Here with the Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Update. You can listen to us in your car 24/7 anytime by downloading the free TuneIn app. Once you do, search Rainier Avenue Radio. And remember, do not curse out your fellow drivers. This has been your Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Update.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
When I think about generational wealth, I think about history. I think about the history of exploitation, of what led us to today. Some people live a certain socioeconomic way, and the majority does not get to live in that same way. Perhaps they don't want to live that way. I don't know.
Generational wealth has some really strong positives and some really strong negatives. At its best, it's ways that communities can grow, find security for themselves. It's a way to make sure that your children and their children and each generation thereafter has opportunities to find joy and growth and make a difference in the world.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not busy tearing the roof off the suckers, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Hey, Buford, why are you kicking that old CD player?
Because I can't hear the radio.
Can't hear the radio? Let me help you.
Hey, you two, quit beating up that outdated audio equipment. You can't hear the radio on a CD player.
You can.
No, you can't, you adorable simpletons. But you can hear some great radio on the Rainier Avenue Radio app. It's brand new, it's free, and it's available for Android and iPhone. In fact, you can download the Rainier Avenue Radio app right now from the Google Play Store or the iPhone App Store.
I'm going to go get me a smartphone right now.
I'm just going to put a graduation cap on my rotary phone. You two have very significant personal issues. Get the Rainier Avenue Radio.world app today.
Почти никто не будет спорить, что дороги в нашем штате могут стать более безопасными, если при вождении телефоны будут вне досягаемости. Но сделать это не так просто, поэтому подайте пример. Уберите телефон в бардачок и переключите его в режим «Не беспокоить» и попросите родных и друзей сделать то же самое. Потому что, когда каждый из нас внесет свою лепту в это общее дело, дороги станут более безопасными для всех. Мы можем добиться этого только совместными усилиями. Это было сообщение от Комиссии по безопасности на транспорте штата Вашингтон.
I'm Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not hearing men compare women to residential real estate, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Ow, he's a breath. Ow.
I'm Paul Pearson, host of Star Time, and this is my real voice. Honest, you're hearing it on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Should have told her you were sorry. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth is having financial security and not having to worry about it for yourself, your immediate family, and future generations. It's a very elusive idea to me personally because it's not something in my immediate experience, and it's only something that I'm learning about a little bit more in theory and knowing or trying to know if that's like a real possibility for someone like me.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth to me means to provide and establish wealth for generations to come, whether it be through real estate or through other equitable funding, stocks, bonds, But first of all, I think that general wealth starts with the securing property. And that's it.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.org. Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
On Rainier Avenue Radio.world, look for the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show. I'm Dennis Weaver, your good food guide and host, helping you to feel good and look good, and who wouldn't want some of that? All that and more from the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Stories, songs, and guests. Begin living the organic good food life, and the rest of your life just may be the best of your life. Oh, what's up, baby? To your help.
Are you a small business owner in Seattle who was impacted by COVID-19? The Seattle Office of Economic Development is investing $8 million to connect small businesses to operating capital. The Small Business Capital Access Program will lower the cost of Washington State Small Business Flex Fund loans by paying down 25% of the loan principal. Eligible small businesses can borrow up to $150,000 with a 4% interest rate to cover expenses like payroll, rent, utilities, and supplies.
This is Mondo Bancaro from Mondo's World. We will be discussing some interesting subjects. Sometimes I might even have some guests. So please listen to my show on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Women Empowerment Talk Radio, your roadmap to business success. Tune in every Sunday at 3 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, providing resources and sharing motivational experiences from the everyday entrepreneur. Tune in Women Empowerment Talk Radio every Sunday, 3 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Once we change and improve the mindset around what Black wealth is and can be, and show success along the journey, the longer-term impacts.
Hey, everybody. We'd like to tell you that we're here, winging it for Rainier Avenue Radio. My name is Craig Jackson, and I'm sitting with the legend, Joyce Walker, right here at the 3A Girls State Basketball Championship game. Joyce.
3A Girls. We're here, 3A Girls State Championship game. We got the Lake Washington Kangaroos versus the Garfield Bulldogs. Looks like we got a rematch here, folks.
Yes.
Got a rematch, and so we're excited to give you our best as we watch this. It could be a moment of something that's never been done, or it could be a moment of the Kangs getting that championship.
Joyce, just to get your perspective, it's a big game. We both played in this game. You played in this game, even at the different level. Is that a different level of intensity, different level of nervousness, or is these two teams were here last year? Are these two teams you think they're going to be nervous? Or they're going to come out and play each other?
Well, I think they're seasoned too. They're very seasoned, right? And the main thing is not to get too high, right? And also let the game come to you while you're still, having that attack mode mentality. It's going to come down to it's going to ebb and flow probably in this game. Who's going to be able to run and get enough cushion throughout the game.
Exactly. And last year, Garfield was the 1 seed, and Lake Washington was the lower seed. This is kind of flip-flop this time. But have they met early in the season?
I'm not sure if they met this year. I don't see them. Oh, yeah, Garfield won 55-66. So they're motivated. And here's what's important to me. I'm looking at this royalty. This is 2 purple and white teams. So, I'm just excited as a woman and as a fan to see what happens here and see who capitalized and takes control of the game.
Well, we're getting ready for the tip-off here at the Tacoma Dome. Garfield is in their away black with the purple letters trimmed in white, and Lake Washington in their white trimmed in purple. Tip-off goes up. Ball's controlled by Lake Washington. That is number 15 there.
Jolie Sims.
Ball's kicked out to the perimeter, and we got a dribble drive floater off the basket.
Sammy
Rebound,
got the
Garfield.
rebound, getting it out, getting it up the court. Fiso has the ball. Got the super sophomore out there handling the ball.
And we got a drive to the basket. Deja Lewis, 2 points right off the bat.
Right
little
off
give
the
and
bat.
go. Little ISO out on the sideline and went right baseline.
A nice, easy play.
Yes,
Just
way to start
in
the
attack
game.
mode. Yes. Garfield's got some intense defense going now.
Same look, little dribble drive, clear out.
And
Both of these
and a
teams,
basket.
both of these teams, as you said, are seasoned teams. So they understand the game is a game of runs.
Game of runs.
Who's going to answer a run? How do you shut down a team's run? So I can see where you said just on those 2 first possessions, they were very, very, very disciplined and got the right shots.
Right, Jolie Sims attacked that basket, got fouled, and got that and one. I think neither team is fearful of one another. You know, of this moment, it's going to be about taking care of the ball, see if we get some extra opportunities, and who can hit them big shots when they're needed.
Lake Washington in a matchup zone. Garfield up, Garfield rebound, and ball will stay on this end of the court to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, no, second possessions are crucial in a game like this, right? There ain't no more games after this for this season. So who can get in there and fight for extra possessions? It's going to be huge.
Garfield popped the ball out to the wing, got the ball up top, moving the ball to the right wing. Faisal with the ball. Dribble kick out, wide open look. Faisal with the offensive rebound. Another opportunity, Joyce.
Yep. Got to get on that offensive glass.
Loose ball. Both teams fighting with that ball. They understand.
Like Washington's double teaming. Every time you pick that dribble up, they want you to pick it up because they're coming.
Wide open look.
Number 10. Who is that? Ava. Miss Ava. Garfield countered back.
Look like Faisal got that one there.
Garfield's got showing some pressure. Sammy's out. Playing good defense. Little hand reach foul by Faisal. Those are the kind of fouls that you kind of avoid because they might stack up and you get another silly one. So you want to make sure.
Yes. Especially your team leader. Got a travel call here, especially your team leader.
Yeah, you can't have the team leader out there just sticking her hand in the cookie jar when you don't need it, at least not right now. Garfield got the turnover, traveling on Lake Washington. Faisal's bringing it up. Faisal on the wing, got a little screen. Nice. Penetration, dump off to MB for the 2.
Garfield's
Pressure.
in the traditional man pressure.
Yep, looks like a little matchup too. Little matchup in the area.
Steal.
Sammy read it. She read it. Got the steal. Yeah, I'd like to see Lake Washington take care of that ball because if you get that ball and let Garfield get their hands on it, they all fill the lane exceptionally well.
Yes,
they know what to do. So it's going to be crucial for Lake Washington not to turn that ball over in that open floor.
And the one impressive thing about this game, Joyce, is this is, like we said, the rematch, but they are almost the same identical team as last year.
Got a chance to grow up.
Yes.
Got a chance to grow up together.
Four.
Angel Health just pulled up like she was wide open.
Faisal goes to the ground hard off of a trip. Foul on number 4. Angie
Andrew
Health
Health.
just hit that 3 and picked up a foul there, trying to defend Faisal.
Yeah, Faisal's she's a hard cover. She's a hard cover. That was a little Dirk Nowitzki little play by who hit that shot? Was that
11.
Star Smiley?
11. That was number 11.
Oh, Sarah Lessig. She's made some big plays all throughout the tournament, too. Just timely baskets. Good defense by Garfield. You got to close that middle up, though.
Those are one of those other fouls we're talking about. A little late, a little early in the game. Kind of maybe get that one up, you think, Joyce?
Right.
Get that one up?
You got to give her that one up. And you don't need to be reaching. First of all, she got beat while she was she was ball watching versus man watching.
Yes.
And her player just went down,
Right
just
across
cut
her
right
face.
across her face. And that's the one thing coaches say. Look, man and ball, be in between.
Make them go behind.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a 3-point play.
12-8.
Miss Ray Butler Woo.
12-8. 3:52 left in the first. Lake Washington up.
Miss Jackson's took a nice little drive to the basket, came up a little short. Sydney Haney made a pass. Pass and cut. Lake Washington's doing that pass and cut.
Yes.
Got to be aware of when the ball's passed, that man's moving. You know, three-peat is huge. And so it's a hard game. If you get a team going, Lake Washington came to play, y'all.
They did. They
The
did.
score is 17-8. Ray Butler Wu hit that three, and Garfield immediately had to go to a timeout.
And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about runs. So now you can tell the demeanor of both coaching staffs. They've been in big games before. They understand the flow of the game. I just need to take a timeout. Coach Simmons takes a timeout just to gather his team. It's not a rush to get this back. It's a big, long game. But just to take that timeout to stop that run and now create your own run.
Yeah, you got to stop that flow. And you also, Garfield's kind of fall into one pass and shoot. They got to move the ball from side to side because the times that they did, they had a lot of success.
Yes.
You know, and so that's what it's going to be about. But here's the truth. The Kangs came to play. And so Garfield's going to have to match that intensity, and we know they can.
Yes.
And sometimes they start slow anyway, the
Yes.
games I've watched. Jackson with the ball on the wing. Gives it to the super sophomore. Fizo has it back to Jackson. Back to Jada Lewis. Jada Lewis dribbles, penetrate. Here's Miss Jackson going to the basket. And she's fouled. Looks like they calling a foul or just outside, out of bounds. Underneath the basket.
Oh, great play.
Great play.
Great play. Great read.
Lake
Faisal
Washington,
cutting to the wide open area.
Washington got caught on
Watching
the
the
strong
ball.
side, and from the weak side, there goes Fizo.
Yeah.
Out of all people, I got to keep my eyes on Miss
Yes.
Fizo
Yes.
because she affects the game in so many ways.
17-10. Lake Washington with the lead. 2:30 left in the first. Craig Jackson here with Joyce Walker, the Garfield LSU basketball Seattle legend.
We in the house, man. This is a great one. It's great for girls basketball, young women's basketball too. That's what you got to do. You got to get a hand up on Lake Washington because they haven't missed a shot where they could see. They saw daylight.
Yes.
You got to get a hand on and make them think a little bit because they are dialed in on getting that ball through that hoop. Fizo calls out overload. So they're going to stack strong one side or the other. Looks like Lake Washington's in some type of a matchup zone.
Maybe a travel call here.
Yeah, good help from Lake Washington.
Got our first sub in the game for Garfield. Got number 3.
Nevaeh Talbot, the
in the
seasoned veteran.
Seasoned veteran.
Had that tore that knee up, but still came back and out there giving everything. She's not 100%, but she's out there giving everything she can.
Garfield's so fast to the offensive defensive rebound too. And now look how they get the ball up the court. Oh, great move.
Really good. She took her on a ride. Drop step, got to the basket. She didn't make the basket, Miss Emby, but she sure drew some contact.
Indy Jones looked like she did some work this offseason on her footwork. Really got better. First shot by Jones is a miss. 147, 17-10. Lake Washington. Garfield at the line shooting one more.
But it should be this way. When you're going for a three-peat for history, come on. The other teams bringing doing their part. They're going to challenge Garfield. Come on, meet us here because we want one too. No pressure on the ball coming up.
Oh, in the lane, it's super soft. And the finish.
Super soft. Got in that passing lane. Can't be careless with the ball with Garfield because we know they play the passing lane extremely well.
With her game last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Love that.
Before she even knew what she was doing, she believed she could do it. And that's half the battle, right? That's half the battle.
Sounds like another GOAT.
Ooh, sounds like one of the
GOAT talking about another GOAT. Ali did that, didn't he?
Look, Ali did that. He sure did. He sure did.
Sound like the GOAT, Joyce Walker, talking about another GOAT, Ali, about a young GOAT to be.
Yeah, because it's not even about talent. It's about believing that your opponent can't defend you.
Yes.
And that either you score or you make plays for others.
17-13. 1 minute, 17 seconds left.
Miss Lewis just took a break. We got Sammy Leswood back on the court. Yep. The thing about Garfield, they got to stay connected to them threes. You got to stay connected because they're hitting set shots. Lake Washington's knocking them down. Got to get a hand up. Got to make them think about it.
Yes.
Now we got it. Faizo got the ball. She's going. No look. Good defense. Garfield got 3 offensive rebounds on that possession.
Exactly what you said.
And that's what you got to do. You got to fight for that rock. Got to fight.
It's got to be out top.
Got to be on top.
Those kind of fouls always give me a little anxiety because you think it's on the player that went down with them, and that was Faizo, but it had to be out top up front before Faizo even got into the play.
Yeah, the thing, Lake Washington is not letting up. That they got a game plan.
Yes.
We have to attack. You got to attack the bully, right?
Yes.
You got to attack the champion because if you don't, you play right into their hands. So it's good to see Lake Washington is they're really focused on getting to the cup. We'll take it.
All right, we got a call there.
Garfield almost got beat twice on that play, though, because they were ball watching as well.
Like you said,
but their speed allows them to make up for mistakes, though, right? Which is really a blessing to have.
36 seconds. Faizo with the ball up top. Garfield's probably going to look for one here.
Like Washington in the matchup. They're kind of matching the area, trying to stay connected. Probably a good play.
Skip pass.
All right, Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson hit that baseline. One little pump fake.
17,
nice,
17,
easy basket.
13
See,
left on the clock.
She's a shooter. You got to get a hand up. Don't foul.
Got a good defensive stop at the end of the quarter. Forced an air ball.
Garfield went on an 8-0 run to get this thing tied up.
There we go, talking about those runs.
Those runs.
One team makes a run, you just have to stop it and answer it with another run.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think Lake Washington came out like with a barnstorm, right? And also Garfield was slow to get out on shooters as well.
Yes.
There was no, the other Jackson that we know that's an analyst says, hand down, man down. Now they finally got them hands up, so put a little more pressure.
Yeah. So,
this is a great championship game to be a part of.
And like we know, this is a long game, but this is a great first quarter. You got a 17-17 tie. Both teams shot pretty well from the field. Both teams shot 50%, 75% from the three-point line for Lake Washington. Garfield has yet to hit one. They've only shot one. So they're attacking the rim, understanding, getting in the game, starting inside out if they need it.
And they're attacking, but also they're getting extra opportunities.
Yes.
They probably got them 5-1 in terms of offensive rebounds.
Yes.
So and that's crucial And sometimes that happens with a much faster team that are quicker to the ball.
Well, that's why you're the GOAT, because offensive rebound percentage is 62% Garfield, 16% Lake Washington.
Look. As a player that wanted that rock at all times,
All the time.
if you shoot it, that's fine. I'm going to the rim to see if I can give us another opportunity.
Start of the second quarter, Garfield with the ball against the matchup. Looks like a 2-3 zone now. Deflection by the Kangs, and we will have a foul on the Garfield player. Foul is on number 11. Sarah Lessig.
Sarah plays well. You know, sometimes you don't notice her, but she makes some timely plays for the team. A rebound, taking a charge.
You need those players.
You got to have players that, and they all got a value like, yep, Garfield's got their hand almost on the ball again. Got to keep.
Forcing a turnover.
That's that pressure, right?
Yes.
Creating some doubt for Lake Washington.
I remember somebody back in the day told me pressure make water pipes bust.
Yes,
and
yes.
they create diamonds.
Yes, and that's why, look, we talking about the championship game, but me and Craig used to get on the court at 9, and we'd probably be done by 3, and there'd be people waiting to play. This guy right here, I love this guy, and he is a lover of this game. There's a pass to Miss Edwards on the baseline.
Great look.
Great. Hey, the super sophomore, right? Betty Williams penetrated, drew help.
Found her
Miss
teammate.
Jackson
in the
was
same
right
spot
there,
she just
same
scored
spot.
at.
Yes, she did.
Her sweet spot, so we're good.
Garfield's pressure can be disruptive at times. It can be disruptive.
And it looks like it's got Lake Washington right now playing at a different pace.
Yeah,
They don't want to play
there you go. Yeah.
Garfield with a steal. Faisal bringing the ball up on the left side. Getting some traffic. Pull up jump shot. Faisal.
The thing I love about Faisal is that you may not even notice her in the first half, but she's making plays quietly.
Yes.
But then when it's time to close the door, you can bet she gonna have her hand on most plays to help her team.
Garfield running super soft with the ball.
Yep, Miss Jada Williams. Miss Williams. Here come Faisal. She might shake her. Look like Miss Lewis has got away with a little double dribble as well, right?
And the tempo has changed.
The tempo has changed.
It does not favor the Kangs. They got to get back. They got to ring themselves back in as well.
Yes, they got to keep dribble penetrating, locating the shooter.
Yes.
That's their game plan.
Yes.
Or put their head down with the front screen and try to attack
Turn that
Garfield.
corner. Yes. Ball out top. Dribble drive down the middle, number 10 for Lake Washington. Rebound Garfield again.
And even that was a good move, but there was a lot of doubt as she put the ball up.
Faisal with the miss. Lake Washington clearing the ball up court. Got numbers, but Garfield gets her hands on the ball again.
Yeah, you can't throw that lazy pass against Garfield. They're just too quick to the ball.
Yes.
And they want to bait you into that as
And
well.
everybody wants that ball.
Yes.
Yes.
Faisal brings it up. Got Miss Nevaeh. Ball went into Miss Nevaeh. Now the ball's back to the sophomore.
Soft
Miss
matchup
Lewis.
again.
Yep.
Split the legs, wide open. And we have shot up, missed, rebound Garfield. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
And they still
And
got
a
their
bucket.
offensive rebound.
Offensive
Sarah
rebound.
Lessig.
And a putback.
And a putback. Well, they're just quicker to the ball.
And that was great knowledge on her to know there was only so many seconds left on the shot clock and I need to attack.
That's a good move. That's how you have to attack Garfield. You must. Okay, Miss Paige Citron got an easy layup by just attacking the defense because Garfield's putting front pressure on you.
19-23. Garfield up. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second.
Miss Nevaeh. Another offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound by Garfield.
We're going to get a foul on Lake
Got a
Washington.
foul.
3 offensive rebounds in that possession.
3 offensive rebounds.
And now we get a free throw.
Yeah, they continue to pound Lake Washington on the boards, right? Make or miss. They're going after that offensive rebound.
And that's the one thing that Lake Washington missed from last year was they had the big girl last year. So now Garfield's taking advantage of that height not being there and just attacking the offensive glass.
I don't think it even matters right now because Garfield's quicker, right?
Yes.
And you can see the belief that, okay, oh, my teammate missed it,
I'm going
to get it.
Yes.
And that could be problematic if that continues. Like Washington has to find a way to get a body on a body when the shot goes up.
Keep them out. One shot. And we almost had another offensive rebound on a free throw.
Yep. They called a foul. We got 5-5 fouls. But we got an action-packed first half going on. Both teams are giving it what they got.
And Joyce, I do a little research when I'm looking at the coaches during the game. The coach for Lake Washington, I don't know his name, but first time I saw him just really get a little distracted and a little upset with referees and calls or complaining. And Trey has just been mild-mannered the entire time. And your teammate and your team, your players kind of emulate that. When you're going erratic, they start to play erratic. Trey, even through that first run for Lake Washington, he was still calm and cool, understanding it's a long game.
Right.
We're going to make our runs. We're going to do what we do. I think Lake Washington has to get back to that as well. He started the game that way, and I know he's an energetic guy, but I think if you start complaining to refs, they start looking at what the coach is doing.
But Garfield's pressure has a way of making you get tongue-tied or get a little speed up on yourself.
Yes.
And Trey Simmons been laid back, super cool all his life, right? Even when he was giving you 30, he was laid back, super cool. So and his kids respond, right? There's a nice three.
There it is.
That's the one that Lake Washington needed. Settle the team. You're absolutely right. Miss Ray, boo woo. Hey, knock that one down. Garfield's got to be aware.
We see both teams kind of settling into what they do the best. Garfield with the pressure, taking care of the ball, finding wide open layups, and getting to that glass.
Another one. Lake Washington got their hand on that pass out, though, which is good. So they're staying active. That was a little rush shot by Lake Washington, but it was there.
Faisal brings the ball up, taking her time this time, getting Garfield into their offense. Pick and roll action. Short.
Another offensive rebound. That's killer.
Drop.
That's killer.
Got great action. Got great action on both ends on that one.
Both ends.
Offensive rebound.
Lake Washington Kangs have got to get to the defensive board because at some point Garfield is going to start hitting those in rapid succession, and that might be the separator in this game.
Exactly.
Ball on the wing. Faisal has the ball. Looking for a screen from Lessick. Tag downhill. There go that sophomore. That super sophomore. Kayla Lewis attacked it.
Hit that seam.
From that elbow. That sweet spot. Go another pass.
Now, those are the fouls I hate.
Yes.
Both players, their feet just got caught up.
Yes. But the same thing we talked about earlier. Look, pass and cut. So Miss Lewis got to be aware. You got to jump ball side.
Ball side.
Ball side and say, okay, it looks like it's there.
I hope a couple of my players are listening to this. You just say what I say every day in practice. When the ball passes, move, jump ball side.
It's a very simple game, right? But you put emotions.
Yes.
You know, where we at in this moment, it's a state title game.
Yes.
And so we forget some of that. And quite frankly, this is a big floor.
This is a huge floor.
Okay.
Bigger than you usually play on.
So when you know you ain't got no air and you ain't getting as much as you'd like to have, just be off just a little bit.
Yes.
But Lake Washington's here for. I just think they're here for this experience right here, right? They're doing what they do well.
25-24, 1 point game. Garfield up. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first half. Faisal.
Soft touch.
Understood it.
Hey, that was Kyrie. Got the knee up and just floated soft enough to go.
27-24. Garfield with the lead. 3 ball by Lake Washington. Second chance. Garfield gets the steal. Shoots the gap. Garfield has the ball.
Got to get that ball up. Got to get
down the court.
You got that one. You got it. That's the little youngster. She got a good steal. She got to give it up to the veteran and get it back.
Lake Washington kicking the ball out to the wing.
Got to get a
On the
hand down.
right
You got to
wing.
get a hand. Got to
Butler
get a
Rule
hand up.
again. Missed the three. Faisal.
Garfield with the rebound. Ooh, she missed. She missed Miss Jackson. Emmy, you doing that? Emmy Jones would turn and squared
back
up
off.
on
Let
her.
me make you pay. Let me
Yes.
make you pay for watching.
Good shot.
29-24. Lady Bulldogs in the lead. 1 minute 35 left in the
Attacking.
second quarter. Garfield with the ball on the right wing. Back to Faisal up top. 1 minute 17 on the clock. Faisal looking for the pick. Pulls up. Off the front of the rim.
I've noticed her this weekend. She's been a little short, but she's called to do everything. She's like the Swiss Army knife, right?
Yes.
She does everything for them. But she knows I hit the timely ones. Like Washington's attacking. Got to keep attacking, Garfield. Got to keep attacking.
Faisal gets the ball cleared on the left side. 3-on-3 now. Wide open shot in the Nevaeh.
Hey, that Wiley veteran, right? She was waiting for that.
Wide open.
Wide
Gets that
open.
Three ball. 32-24. 42 seconds remaining in the half. Lake Washington wheeling and dealing. Looking for that dribble drive again. Good show by the Garfield Lady Bulldogs. And another block steal. Garfield pushes. Faisal's going to look at the clock and pull it out.
That's what makes her so special, right? Like she greedy as a basketball player, but she timely greedy, right? She'll go when she needs to, but sometimes she just get her team settled.
14 seconds. Faisal with the ball up top. Gonna go for one shot in this half. Oh, great pass. Two great passes. The extra one short. If I don't get that bucket and I miss out on the air ball and the clock goes on, we got what we wanted.
But they got what they wanted, right?
We got the look we
Yeah,
wanted.
Garfield's starting to get a little separation. You know, they are pushing tempo.
Yes.
They're making Lake Washington think about the shots. In the beginning, their hands are down. Now they're up and they're putting no pressure on the ball. So, but you know what? We still got time.
Another half. We got
0.9
seconds on the clock. Garfield not going to put any pressure really on them. Long heave from half court falls short. Halftime. The Garfield Lady Bulldogs up 32-24 for the Lake Washington Lady Kings in the 3A state championship game. Royce, 32-24. Little separation, as you said.
Just a
was
little
really
bit,
tight.
but we got a long way to go.
Yes.
You know, fouls and turnovers are going to dictate as we start to go down the stretch, right? Who's going to be able to force their will? Right now, Garfield has begun to force their will a little bit by getting the passing lane and getting the ball down. But don't count out the Kings.
Never.
The Kings came to play, and I'm really, it really feels good to see two young women teams playing
at this
level in the spirit of competition.
Yes. And you can see it on their faces. I was just watching a couple of the girls from Lake Washington when they were getting the 0.9 on the clock. And you can see some frustration on her face. She's looking up at the clock. But you're looking at a score for a half.
Right.
This isn't the end of the game. So collect yourself and then go back into the locker room, get your breath, get something in you, and collect yourself and come out. It's a whole nother half left.
Right. And like Washington coach is going to say, hey, we all right.
Right.
We all right.
We're right
We
here.
missed some shots that we could normally miss.
Yes.
We've turned the ball over uncharacteristically. He's going to remind them if we give them 2 and 3 shots per possession, it's going to get harder. So let's just lock back in, flush the first half, and see what we're going to do.
Yes.
But them dogs on the other hand, Cool Hand Luke, you know, which is Coach Trey, is going to say, okay, ladies, we all right. Okay, let's just keep building slowly.
Exactly.
Let's get some pressure on our opponent there, uncomfortable pressure. Don't give up standing wide open threes. You got to make the
That's what
effort,
they do.
okay? That's if you could do, and don't get cut on the pass and cut, jump ball side. So he's probably saying some of stuff like that. They're both saying things that they think that's going to help their team, but they're all, how do I get to the finish line?
Yes. And your point that you made earlier, Once again, we got our stats from the staff here. Offensive rebounding percentage, 52%, 7%.
Yes.
Defensive rebounding, 92%, 47%. Garfield is taking care of the glass and only allowing them, if they get one shot, to get that.
And they're getting 4 to 1.
3. Yes.
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 Like
All
3
the
to
time.
1 every time
Yes.
that ball goes.
Yes.
And that's where quickness comes in. Garfield's
Yes.
just a quicker team. And so if you're like Washington, you got to put a booty on somebody.
Yes.
You got to block out because it'll continue to allow the score to potentially grow.
Yes. And with the one thing they haven't done, I haven't seen them get back to what got them the lead earlier in the game, Lake Washington. And Garfield's defense has caused that because you were able to get those wide open jump shots, those stand and catch threes. Now you have to put the ball on the ground, which kind of makes you play at a tempo you don't want to play in.
Right. Garfield's rotating much quicker now, right? Instead of being late because Lake Washington, they got shooters over there.
So we'll see these adjustments here in the second half, both coaches.
Yes,
I trust
we will.
Both coaches are going to make the right adjustments.
We're in for something special. Buckle up, like they say.
Yes, buckle up. Craig Jackson sitting here with Joyce Walker, the GOAT. If you didn't know, if you have you want to ask me about it, you can find me anywhere in the town, and I'll let you know she is the GOAT. But halftime, 11:56, Lake Washington 24, Garfield Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs 32, State AAA championship game. We'll be back with you soon.
Will be huge. This is something that once we get there and at various places along the journey, we'll see that this is something that we could have done or could have begun a long time ago and simply managed to not yet find the trail. But once we do find the pathway, we'll be able to create something that no one will be able to take away from us, from our families, or our communities. And like I say, the impact will be huge. So we can either talk about it or get on with the task. My suggestion is that we hunker down, cinch up our belts, and get on
This
with it.
campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
워싱턴에서 우리 대다수는 동의하죠. 우리의 도로가 안전하다는 것에요. 우리가 휴대폰을 멀리할 때요. 하지만 그것은 쉽지 않아요. 그러니 메시지를 퍼뜨리세요. 본보기가 되세요. 출발하기 전에 휴대폰은 글러브 박스에 넣고 방해 금지 모드로 설정하세요. 그리고 친구들과 가족들에게 똑같이 해달라고 부탁하세요. 왜냐하면 우리 모두가 자기 몫을 할 때 도로는 모두에게 더 안전하니까요. 함께하면 할 수 있어요. 워싱턴 교통안전위원회가 함께합니다.
Hello, my name is Pastor Derek Lane, and I live and pastor here in the Othello community. I'm vaccinated because I know how illness can hurt a community. As a grandfather, I am boosted to help protect my 3.5-year-old granddaughter who can't be. I don't want to see members of my community die needlessly. And as a pastor, I've had funerals for those who caught COVID, but none from taking the vaccine. If you have questions, need resources, or want to make an appointment, visit kingcounty.gov/vaccine.
I'm Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not rehearsing my annual address to shareholders, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Welcome to the coronavirus pandemic. I'll take coronavirus for 100. Fever, chills, shortness of breath, loss of taste or smell. What is stay at home and isolate? Correct. Coronavirus for 200. Inability to stay awake, persistent pain or pressure in chest, trouble breathing. What is seek immediate help? Correct.
Coronavirus for 500.
Crippling and potentially dead infectious disease eliminated the United States with vaccination.
What is the polio vaccine?
Correct.
I'll take coronavirus for 700.
The Daily Double! Should I take the coronavirus vaccine? Wait. Hold up. This is not a game. It's time for serious discussions. We have coronavirus vaccines, but not everyone is comfortable taking them. Here's the facts. Based on what has been proven about vaccines for other diseases, COVID-19 vaccine may help keep you from getting seriously ill, even if you do get the virus. Getting vaccinated also may protect people around, particularly those at greater risk for severe illness from COVID-19. We don't yet have all of the answers. Get informed, talk to your healthcare physician, and make the right decision for you. This is a message supported by the Washington State Department of Health.
This is Brenda Charles Edwards, host of Seniors Matter. Join me every week to get information on activities and issues that impact the lives of older adults and their families. That's Seniors Matter every week on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to
You
say.
see lots of people who've gotten rich quickly and gotten poor just as quickly and left nothing to their families and or the community. That's a big chunk of the piece that needs to change. We need to see people making their investment in their families and in themselves and in the community. We want to build all three of those elements. We want to establish long-lasting family and community wealth, not just people who've gotten rich and squandered it. Those who have wealth will be opposed to our breaking the status quo. So this will be a struggle. All those folks are used to how things have been for hundreds of years, and that's the piece that needs to change. And they need to be able to stand by.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join Rainier Avenue Radio from 5 to midnight for Sunday evening sound sessions. Jazz from the Cabinets, from Big Poppy.
That's right. It's time once again for Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy.
Sergio LaCour's Love Lines.
It's Sergio's Love Lines with Sergio LaCour. Go to the phone line. Tell her who we talking to.
Sage Prince and Just My Opinion.
This is Sage, and that's just about going to do it for the first half of Just My Opinion.
K-Fox Nightbeat with Nasty Ness Rodriguez.
It's the beat of the Fox. K-Fox Night Beat, Nasty Ness.
You know what? You're going to listen from 5 to midnight. Just turn it on and don't stop. DJ Alibaba. The Underground Surround Sound Star Time with Paul
Thanks
Pearson.
for tuning in. My name is Paul Pearson.
Sunday
And
evening
this is
sound
Star Time.
sessions on Rainier Avenue Radio. Trust me, you'll be listening the entire time from 5 to midnight. Sunday evening, your sound session on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hi, I'm Paul Pearson of Star Time. Did you know that back in the 1930s, Rainier Avenue Radio operated out of a supply closet in the Columbia City Sea First Bank? Well, times have changed and so have we. Now you can hear all the great Rainier Avenue Radio shows on our mobile app for Android and iPhone. It's completely free on the Google Play Store and the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio app.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth to me is wealth that has been accumulated from their ancestors, but their ancestors are usually the ones that aren't the ones that built it, but built off of POC ancestors, in my own definition, from what I see. Because not many POC people have that type of wealth, as you can see in many people's neighborhoods and communities. It's usually a white person. You can see it in gentrification around us and even in schools nowadays. But generational wealth is basically hard work that isn't really your own hard work.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
我们大家都同意，在华盛顿，我们的道路是最安全的。在现今的世界，我们明白将手机放在遥不可及的地方是一件不容易的事情，但我们需要树立榜样，传播这个安全信息。在你驾驶之前，你应该把手机设定为请勿打扰，然后将手机放入手套箱里面，并且要求你的朋友和家人一样。当我们尽自己的一份力量时，道路对每个人来说更安全。让我们一起安全到达目的地。以上讯息来自华盛顿交通安全委员会。
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's real estate and money.
All right, y'all. WIAA 3A Girls Basketball State Championship. 1/2 in the books. Garfield Lady Bulldogs 32. Lake Washington Lady Kangs 24. Sitting here, Craig Jackson with the legend Joyce Walker. Coach Walker, what do you see? What do you see?
Well, the first few minutes will tell us. It's always an indicator. You know, us as former coaches, you know, you want to be able to be on the upside of the first few minutes, but at the same time, you want to keep grinding both teams.
Yes.
Garfield is closer to it. Now Lake Washington got to create some doubt.
Exactly.
They got to create some doubt.
And I believe that this first 3 minutes is very important.
Yes.
No doubt. Garfield could actually put a lot of pressure on Lake Washington if they come out with the same energy they ended the half with. And Lake Washington has to get back to trying to slow the game down for them to be successful, which is hard to do when you have a team that's going to pressure you.
Yeah, it's really hard. And one of the things I think that can help Lake Washington is ball fakes.
Yes.
Right? You got to move the defense. And Garfield's like they hungry.
Yes.
And they're seeing that something magical can actually happen for them. So Lake Washington has to create some mismatches, but also get some turnovers and hit some of them big shots.
Let me get your perspective on that too, because you did the double, and the double is incredible and magical as well. Tell me what it would feel like. Because you're the closest person I know that can say I've had a chance to do 3. What would that feel like? What are these girls? A lot of them we don't are not even thinking about that right now. They're just thinking about this quarter, the next play, moving on. Now at the end, how does that affect your play if you're not that cerebral, if you're not that type of player?
Well, I think they're setting history. They're on the cusp of history. Garfield's on the cusp, and I think they play as their coach's temperament. They just laid back, they just got their, they got their hard hats and their lunch pails and they're working. And to be able to do something no one's ever done in this state, that's something you talk about for the rest of your life. Me and Pam Frazier talk about things that we did 100 years ago, right? So this is huge. They're setting the standard for the next that's coming behind them. Yes. And with Lake Washington, I'm taking down the Giants.
Yes.
So that's something they take too. They were on the Cubs, and here's what we did. Yes. So it's working both ways for both teams.
That's exactly what you mean. That was us with Mercer Island. We want to take down the dude that should have won it the year before, but we're going to take them down. So, yes, Lake Washington has, if they win it, they're talking about that for 100 years. Yeah, we won it, but we stopped Garfield from getting the ring. We were the only team able to do that. So, yes, we got 2 teams that want it badly, really want it badly. We're going to see who's going to come out and throw the first haymaker and who's going to be able to answer with the next one.
And let's see where foul trouble neither team's in foul trouble. Yeah. So they can play ultimately kind of free right now. But anything can happen. What's the next 24?
32. 24 is our starting score. Garfield up. Garfield will be on defense. And Lake Washington will have the ball with the opportunity to score first. For me, coach, it's always a stop, score, stop. Let's see how we can get a stop, a score, and then a stop. Then we know we're on our game. Lake Washington brings the ball in, half court. And
Sanders applied pressure.
Wide open 3. Rebound, offensive rebound. Another 3. Bucket in the corner.
That's exactly what Lake Washington needed to do. They were hungry for that extra possession after one of their teammates missed the ball. You have to play Garfield like that.
Sitting in, they're actually back in a little zone, little matchup look like. Oh, actually it was a 1-2-2, and Garfield answers back. Katie Feisel with a 3 for the Lady Bulldogs.
Hey, you got your 3? I'm going to give you one back.
So here we go. This is my little game. Stop, score, stop. Who's going to get the first stop?
Pressure going all the way down, Got to
your
finish
stop.
that. Got to
There's
get
your
that
stop.
stop. I think Lake Washington was going just a little too fast.
Yes.
On that layup attempt.
Oh, great pass. Faisal off the dribble.
Faisal's handprint all over this one.
Stop, score. One more stop. Show up. Great help. Backside help for the Lady Bulldogs.
Shooter.
Three-pointer. Shooter. There's your stop, score, stop.
Yep. Here comes the sophomore. Here comes the sophomore. Here comes the sophomore.
Those are little games I learned when I was younger. You get a stop, score, stop, and you are in control of the game. And it looks like Garfield's pace is picking up right now.
Yep.
As we start
Like
this third
Washington
quarter.
had a good defensive position there because they could have got a layup scored on them.
Answer back.
Answer back. Sydney Hine. She's got the first 6 points for the Lake Washington Kangs.
37-30. Lady Bulldogs up. 6:19 in the quarter.
Good defensive stop by the Kangs.
Garfield back. Miss Jackson in the lane. Almost had a steal there.
That's
Great
where the
hustle.
Bulldogs' pressure comes in.
Yes.
They can recoup from a mistake.
Yes. And they make up ground so fast.
Yes, indeed.
Lake Washington take the ball out on the sideline. 6:05 in the quarter. 37-30. Lady Bulldogs up. Lady Bulldogs with a steal.
Hand the passing
Got
lane.
a 2-on-1.
Got to get the ball up.
Faisal goes up. Gets fouled.
That's good. They Garfield were fortunate there, though.
Yes.
I always talk about as soon as you see somebody ahead, pass
Give it
ahead.
up earlier.
Because usually
You'll get it back. Yes.
And you got a clean look at the basket.
You might have told me that one day in the gym one day. I might have kept it too long. You said, if you give it up, I'll give it back.
Yeah, I want you to
might
eat
have
too.
learned that- I might
I
have
want
learned
you to
that
eat
from you.
too.
I might have
Because
learned that from
sometimes that 1, 2, 3 dribble, what was there, the window
now
closes
gone.
on you.
Yes.
I see a lot of kids just over dribble sometimes.
Faisal to the line for two. Hits both of them. 39-30. Her handprint, her fingerprints are all over this half
all
so
over
far.
this game. Yep. She's a cerebral player. She just plays at her own pace too.
Lady Bulldogs and a stifling man showing up when they need to show up. Steal Garfield Lady Bulldogs.
Where you going?
Got numbers
Going
again.
all the way. You going all the way, Sammy?
Great offensive rebound again. Miss Jackson on the offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound for Garfield. And we got a travel call here.
Yeah.
They are attacking that glass. but
Lake
that was
Washington's
two that got away.
very, very fortunate. But again, if Sammy L gets that ball out quickly, then ain't nobody even guarding nobody. Yep. Garfield's tired, but Lake Washington way tired. Because that pressure is just so much you can take when it's just relentless.
So we're having a discussion here. I think they want Faisal to have to come out. And if she does, she has to come out for one. So I know you guys can hear behind us, you hear the crowd, but she's only going to have to come out for one play. And she'll go right back to the table here in a minute. Got a little banged up and says, I'm ready to play, coach. Nevaeh comes in, the wily veteran, picking up the point. Miscommunication there.
Yes, everybody came to the same player.
Yes.
Great pass.
Yes, where to find it. Miscommunication. Bucket by Lake Washington. 6-point game. 7-point game, I'm sorry. 39-32. Garfield moving the ball around the perimeter, taking their time. Jackson with a shot. And it looked like it was going to go. She got hit on the wrist. Going to go to the line for two.
That's what makes Garfield good. Their whole team, they're confident and they believe in each other. And anybody can take a shot, provided it's a good shot. They get good looks often.
Trainer looking at Faisal.
Yeah, I think she's slightly, hit her head, but want to make sure all players are safe at the end of the day.
Yes.
And the referees did a good job by just getting her off the court. to make sure, because we want to win, but we don't want to win at all costs.
No. And as we speak, she's headed to the table, or to her coach, and she's headed to the table. Lake Washington with the ball, move the ball around the perimeter, little dribble handoffs.
Like Washington wants to drive you. They want to drive you. If they can get in that key. Garfield was in great help that
They
time.
run that 5 dribble drive, that 5 out dribble drive. Faisal returns to the game. Lady Bulldogs up 41-32, 4:32 in the third quarter. Lake Washington has the ball out up top. Half with the ball on the right wing, a little travel right here.
That's
Garfield pressure.
what pressure does. It makes you just for a split second,
Yes.
right? Creates a little doubt.
Lake Washington extending their defense a little to half court. Garfield handles it well, gets the ball into the lane, drop off. Got a block by Lake Washington. On a great backdoor cut by Jackson. Lake Washington with the ball, bringing it up.
Garfield got everything.
Trapping at half court.
Everything they wanted.
And
they got everything they wanted. Coach got that timeout quickly because it wasn't gonna be in their favor.
It didn't look good. No.
And that's why they say stay off the sideline at all costs, right? If you keep the ball in the middle, or if it gets to the sideline, be willing to see and move it quickly.
Because that sideline is another defender.
When we ran the diamond all those years, it was like we invite him into the living room, right? We're going to invite you here. You're welcome. And then we're going to change our mind.
And if you come in there, you get to stay where
Right.
we tell you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And the Hawk is just going to be licking their chops, just looking the other way, maybe scratching their head. One of the best defenders in Garfield history is Shirley Walker Roten. I'm telling you, my senior year, she must have averaged about 8 steals. She just leaned back, and as soon as you started to make any motions, she never shot a jump shot. She had 15.
Layups.
She had 15, layups.
All layups.
Yes, sister, I'm shouting you out. I know you're out here somewhere.
Half on the dribble drive. A lot of Garfield's all over the floor. Feet. Everybody covering to the wide open shot. Half. And rebound. Lake Washington with possession. Pull it back out. Another possession for Lake Washington.
Fighting. They're fighting.
They didn't get here not fighting.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
These two teams are here for a reason. And we got an offensive foul charge call. And those are the plays that will win you championships.
They will win
those
you championships.
Players taking those charges at that time.
And Garfield, they had pressure the first half. They didn't turn it up a notch.
Right.
They've turned it up a notch.
Lake Washington going into a 3-quarter defense here. Faisal Hansen gets it to the middle of the court. Jackson to the basket. Tip for tap.
Another charge. So good rotation by both teams,
Yes.
right? The weak side person is getting where they need to get.
So we have seen the adjustments on both coaches.
Yes.
So we got more trapping by Garfield when it was just really all man pressure and moving at the same time. Now we got 3-quarter defense by Lake Washington.
If I was Lake Washington, no, I wouldn't stay in that trap with
No.
because she's going to pick them apart. They're going to have to find another way.
And a turnover. The pressure causes another turnover. 32 for Lake Washington, 41 for the Lady Bulldogs. 3:20 remaining on the clock.
That's the thing about the Kangs. The Kangs they don't leave it on the floor as well, right? We ain't got nothing to spare. This is the last time we play this year as a collective team.
Garfield handles 3-court pressure really well there.
Yeah,
Faisal up
they're
top.
patient.
Shooters in corners. Drive the baseline. Offensive rebound. Garfield up. Another offensive rebound. And a bucket.
Yeah, you can't. And you see how MB kept it up all the
kept it
time?
high
She
the
never
whole
brought
time.
it down so the defense can get their hand in there.
43-32. Lady Bulldogs up.
Nice
That's a
move.
nice shot. Senior's trying to keep her team in it.
Sydney's doing the best she can.
Lake Washington came out in that 3 quarters and super soft. Girl's name, I always get it wrong.
Jada Lewis.
Jada Lewis handled it well.
Yep.
Drew a foul.
But
took
those
care
kind
of
of
the ball.
fouls can be detrimental because you foul them
Yes.
way out there, right?
Yes,
It's
nowhere
already 4-1,
close.
you
Yes.
know, in favor. Like Washington has 4 fouls. And you don't want to put Garfield into the penalty early.
Going into the high post. High post kick out to Faisal. Faisal dribble drive down the lane. Right hand layup comes off. Lake Washington
Pushing
in
the ball
penetration.
up, pushing it up quickly. That's the thing about Garfield's pressure. Even though they moved quickly, Garfield was there. Got
Faisal with the
another
ball.
turnover.
Dribbles up to the left. Little stutter step. Teardropper off.
Nice look. Just wouldn't fall. Garfield's applying the pressure. Nevaeh has the pressure on right now. Sydney has the ball.
Great D. Great pass. Lake Washington, a little left-handed scoop.
Yep.
Ball off.
Yeah, and still that pressure's there.
They were a little
You got
frustrated.
the shot. They're just moving a little fast. Lake
Sydney,
Washington
who had
is.
been scoring their points, you can see her get a little frustrated about people not cutting, not moving when she got cut off. Garfield's defense, help defense, has always been where it's supposed to be, showing up, and then they rotate right out of it the right way.
And even though Garfield's not scoring, they're not allowing the Kangs to get
score
easy
either.
baskets.
Yes.
And that middle's
Gonna have a timeout here by Coach Simmons for the Lady Bulldogs. Another adjustment time. They're gonna sit in that zone. We're gonna pick it apart. 43-34, Lady Bulldogs with the lead. 128 remaining in the third quarter. I'm gonna go there before we get back to the game. I know it's a short, it's a long one. So I've always been an admirer of your game. But I did want to ask you about your sister. Your sister was an incredible track athlete as well as a basketball player in the same season. She was a state champ, wasn't she?
She was a state champ. I was a senior. She was a freshman, right? I'm telling you, Shirley had feet, just a magical feet. I think we got it from our daddy because Donnie got good feet too, right? We knew how to move our feet, and our coaches always talked about never stop moving, right? But Shirley could do things. You could throw the ball anywhere on the court, and if she got 2 steps on it, she wasn't no basketball player. Let's just tell the world she was not that. But what she was she was a phenomenal athlete. Okay, and she could hit them hurdles with a grace. Yeah, she was amazing.
Yes.
I remember one game we played Killarney, a team from Canada. I had 62. And she had like 30, and the rest of the team probably had about 10, right? And she got them 30 all on layups. So yeah, I come from some good stock.
Yes.
But that Shirley Walker Roden was a phenom. She really was.
And if you don't know who we're talking about Cheryl the Pearl.
Cheryl the Pearl. Hey, for y'all listening out there, I know Nancy, I know you probably listening today. Cheryl the Pearl.
Bucket by Miss Jackson, 3-pointer. Lady Bulldogs extending their lead, 43-34.
And Miss Jackson ain't even no 3-point shooter, but she got big kahuna. She got confidence that you leave me open, I'll make you pay.
Faisal with a little reach-in foul there.
Yeah, this is dangerous time right now.
Yes.
The Kangs' shoulders are going up and down a little bit higher. They're going to have to find a way to get some easy baskets right now because this is a separating kind of moment where I've seen Garfield get great separation.
Yes. Good denied defense up top. Garfield pressure, still what it's from the start to the finish. It's going to be the same. 48 seconds left on the clock. Double team by Garfield, dribble drive.
Yeah, they bailed him out. Garfield bailed him out that time, just reaching in. But that's what you got to do if you're the Kangs. You got to attack the
Jolie
bullies.
Sim going to be going to the
Yes,
line.
you got to attack them.
It's like a team that presses you. They don't really want to be pressed either, so you might as well go on and press them back.
You better give them what they're giving. Like I know my teams when I was coaching at Garfield, it's like we would press you off the floor, but sometimes if you give us pressure, we give it back to you.
Yes.
More often than any coach would want you to give the ball back. But yes.
Kind of that, you want to press me? All right, here it is.
And good pressing teams don't even care if you score or not. They just in it for the moment.
Yes.
They just want that ball.
Yes.
Rebound
by the Bulldogs.
Miss Sims.
36 seconds left in the quarter. 46-34. Lady Bulldogs up. Lewis with the ball on the left wing, looking for a screen. Ball's going to the top. Faisal on the right wing, looking for a screen.
She's going down that middle.
Dribble drive, shake, pull up, off front rim.
Miss
Got a foul on
Jackson's
Jackson.
everywhere.
Got a foul under there. I think that's one of those ones I have a problem with too. They're both going for the ball, and it was
Right.
the contact because we're both going for the ball.
But sometimes the aggressor gets the
Yes.
call that
Oh,
keeps
yes.
them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How many fouls on Miss Jackson? What she got? Is that 3?
Yeah, it looks like she's going to have to sit down. 12 seconds left. Great sub. No need to get 4 right now. Lake Washington bring the ball up. Three seconds left. Shot goes up. Off. Nothing will count. That is the end of the third quarter with the score. Lady Bulldogs 46. Lake Washington Lady Kings 34. Now we're into the last 8, Joyce.
The last 8. And what's even, if they had Malia Sims, who is their all-state, all-everything that just signed to play at University of Southern California on this floor, that just would have been almost unfair. But it's not out of reach.
No.
You know, if the Kings can get a couple baskets, get something going to the basket, swing, get a couple threes, and somehow, be able to stop Garfield. But the dam is about to burst, though.
Yes.
Garfield is playing kind of downhill right now.
They are very consistent once again, still keeping those differences in rebounding. Turnovers, I'm trying to find it on this sheet, but the turnovers have to be, they forced Lake Washington into 13 and only have 7 of their own.
Yes.
So turnovers are a piece of that as well.
Well, as a coach, you say, if you keep it under 10, that's a splendid day.
Yes.
13 ain't really bad with the kind of pressure that Lake Washington's been under.
Yes.
You know, but it's going to have to, they definitely going to have to take care of the ball.
Yes.
And they're going to they have to make some big shots.
Yes. Lady Bulldogs bring the ball in to start the fourth quarter, up 46-34. Lake Washington extending a 1-2-2 right now. Garfield split the difference on the point of that. Looking to the corners, to the base, turnaround jump shot, off. Lake Washington and the Garfield pressure coming after it.
Lake Washington got away with one.
And
that's what
scored.
Lake Washington has to do.
Got
they have
away
to
and got
attack that
one.
pressure, and they did that splendidly.
Lake Washington is going to extend their pressure. Ball gets to the middle of the court, as it should. Now Garfield ready to set their offense.
10-point game. It's doable.
Lady Bulldogs here need to stay aggressive. Faisal with the kick to the corner. Youngster with the jump in. Air ball, offensive rebound.
That's who you
with
want
2
to
seconds
shoot.
left on the clock.
That's how you want
Garfield
to shoot the
gets
ball.
it up and got a shot off.
Yep. Good stop by the Lake Washington Kings. Good stop. Good stop. To the basket. To the basket.
Lady Kings dribble drive up top.
That's
Spin
their game.
move down the lane. Took the contact. No foul. Great calls. No calls there. And now we got a call against Lake Washington on the reach in.
That's what I say. Look, again, with most players, don't turn and pause. Survey and move that ball.
Yes.
Move that ball. But great effort by the Washington Kings. They said we're just going to do what we can.
So my bad. They called.
Tie up.
Called the tie up.
Yep. Possession. Lake
Yeah,
Washington.
we got a timeout, Lake Washington.
And yet and still with the tie-up, Garfield put enough pressure on that Lake Washington had to call a
use
timeout. Good strategizing going on by both coaches over here. You know, coaches over there reminded he's animated now. We ain't seen him that animated. I guess he can kind of see the finish line could possibly be. But coaches down there for Lake Washington, he's on bended knees. He said, girls, look, just keep
Still
believing.
fighting.
Keep believing. Make the right play. Leave it on the floor. Those are the things you want to remind your players of.
Yes.
Because when you're tired, the mind's the first thing
To go. Yes. That's why you lose. Tell my guys why you lost count while you were doing them push-ups. Because your mind went.
Yes.
You thought you were at 22 and you were actually at 32. You could have
Yes.
stopped. So I can let you keep going.
No, thank
Lady
you.
Bulldogs
Thank you
come out.
later.
Lady Bulldogs come out, matching up. Lake Washington.
Lake Washington
Taking
run
the
some
ball out
good
underneath
sets.
the basket.
They've run some good
Yes.
sets where there's a downhill
Backside.
layup. Yes.
Garfield. Lady Bulldogs took care of that one, but then we get a call on the backside for a grab.
Garfield got to be careful.
Yes.
You know, you can't be overly aggressive right now. Okay?
10-point game.
Cannot be overly aggressive right now.
Looks like we're running that.
Yes, he's got 4. And that one right
Gotta
there
come out.
was the one that was the least important one there. There's always drama in these games, though,
Always
right?
has to be.
Down the stretch, it's always drama.
Garfield keeping the ball on one side of the court. Lake Washington finally getting it back up to the top. The pressure.
Open up that got open.
Turn went down the corner over the top of the screen.
Garfield overly aggressive in that moment. Yeah, Lake Washington says, look.
38-46.
What we got to lose?
That was nasty.
Hey, she stepped back.
Have to give her
Hey,
that.
looked like mini jerk on that one on one knee. On
Sarah
one
Lessig.
leg. Yes.
2 points for the Lady Bulldogs.
Garfield needed that too. They needed that one.
Lake Washington with the ball in the middle lane. Kick out to a 3. Open 3 ball. Off front rim. Offensive rebound. It's going to be a foul on Fizo.
Lake Washington
Number 2
giving
Paige
Garfield
Citron
a
going to go
little
to
bit
the
of their
line.
medicine.
Yes.
Okay, I shot it. Shooter usually knows. I always knew if it was off.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
know that. So you got to get back to it.
You didn't have to rebound too many of your shots, though. You didn't have to rebound
But you
too
know
many.
what? Hey, the fellas in my neighborhood made me great.
Yes.
That's just the bottom line. The
Yes.
challenges every day that I faced when I went to the gym
Every
was
day.
huge.
Every day. I got 2 stories for you when we get to timeout. You remind me. I want to let the folks that are listening know. Fizo with the ball on the left. They doubling Fizo. Ramal get a turnover here, and it's going to go back to the Lady Bulldogs.
Garfield's really lucky because
Yes.
he did pop her upside the head.
Yes.
The Lake Washington player.
Got that
She did,
foul.
yes. Yep, she did pop Ray Butler Rule over the head. So
Ball staying
really
with the
lucky.
Lady Bulldogs. Eddie Fizo with the ball out top. Goes to Lewis. Back to Fizo. Fizo over to Nevaeh. 3 out, 5 out now.
Looks like,
Garfield
it's
looking.
like a Fizo moment. Even if they don't score, Fizo moment.
Bulldogs pick up in the backcourt. Bulldogs pick up in the backcourt. Sitting down on defense. Lady Bulldogs kick out. And big rebound there.
Big
by
rebound
Lewis.
by the sophomore.
Big rebound
and
by
she
Lewis.
took care and protected
Yes.
it as well.
Understanding game, time.
And score.
Yes.
And Lake Washington got the shot they wanted.
Yes, they
Wide
did.
open three-pointer. It just didn't go down.
Yes. At 5?
I always try to have a coach to remind me and remind their players when we got that close, right?
Yes.
It's like because it's easy to get caught up in the moment, right?
Yes.
No, Miss Jackson didn't.
No, she did.
Oh, yes, Miss Jackson.
Jackson for 3.
Miss Jackson ain't no
51,
shooter, but we
40.
can't tell.
No, not
That's not
tonight.
her skill set. But I've watched her the whole
It's
tournament.
history on the line.
I have watched her the whole tournament make big plays.
It's history on the line.
Miss
Lake Washington
Jackson.
not going to back down, though. They're going to keep coming. Lake Washington with the ball.
Yes.
Ball up top. That's Sydney Hannon down the lane. Miss, got a rebound.
And blocked. Miss Jackson
Lady
blocked that.
Bulldogs.
I'm telling you, she does so many things.
Lewis with the ball.
There you go.
Lady
Mrs.
Bulldogs going to move the ball a little bit, slow down. 51-40.
So
Garfield
Miss
Lady
Jackson just hit a
Bulldogs.
three and got a
And the
critical
block.
block on the next
Faisal
possession.
looking for the pick. We got a 5-second call here.
Okay, now 5-second going.
5-second call.
Moving.
Moving laterally.
Moving.
With not close defense.
Okay.
Lady Bulldogs in the right place at the right time. Just jam the cutter.
Right. Pressure bust pipes. And I'm
Yes.
telling you, the pressure of the Garfield is just math. They're putting on a master class the way they're defended, whether they make shots or not.
Great pick and roll action. No foul there. We got a foul call. My bad.
And they just executed.
Yes.
So 2 Washington Kangs came towards the super sophomore. Lewis knew she drew him just enough and just dropped it off
over
to the big
top.
girl,
Yes.
Envy.
Envy going to the line for 2. Lady Bulldogs up 51-40. 3:55 remaining in the game. First one, good. And I love the way that Garfield Lady Bulldogs are still staying aggressive.
Staying aggressive.
They still play. Do not play.
Look at the
to
sophomore
win.
get out there and get that ball.
Lewis on the ground. Do not stop playing. Do not doing what got you.
And call the timeout.
Yes.
That's a smart someone.
Yes.
I want to make sure we give some context to the Garfield's journey this year. They lost their coach.
Yes.
Through some controversy,
Yes.
right? Through some things that none of us could have foresaw, right? Didn't know what was going to happen. Team stayed together.
Yes.
Dre Simmons decided, okay, I'm a dog.
I'll step up.
I'm going to step up.
Yes.
And to see them in this moment,
Yes.
it doesn't, hey, a new coach doesn't always guarantee you
Right.
that you're going to win something.
Right.
But the way that he has masterfully,
Yes.
eloquently, quietly led these girls, and they bought into his teaching,
Yes.
but they also held each other accountable.
Together and held each other together.
Just warms my heart.
Yes.
Because,
yes.
you know, it ain't even about, but think about these guys, it ain't about the size of the dog. It's about the size of the fight in the
Yes,
dog, right?
yes, yes.
And I'm telling you, you can't write a script like this.
No.
This is some higher powered kind of stuff that's kind of going on right
Yes,
here. And
yes.
so I just wanted to make note of it. And to the most quiet guy.
Yes.
Trey ain't no
Trey
loud
Simmons.
guy.
No, never has been. He's always
And
been
they
cool,
play
calm, and
like
collected.
him. Cool, calm, and
Yes.
collected. And so if they were to win this championship, that's pretty amazing.
Yes.
Pretty amazing.
Lady Bulldogs inbounds, get it in. Looking at Faisal in the post. Faisal with the ball on the left side of the court. Count on. Dealing. Right-handed hook, short.
Everything was there except the finish.
Bulldogs.
Footwork.
Bulldogs getting back on D as Lake Washington comes at them. And got a turnover.
Yeah, Lake
basketball.
Washington's just tired. That kind of
Yes.
pressure has been, it's just taking them down a notch.
And as you get closer, that clock keeps winding down. You start realizing or trying to do something that you haven't done all the time.
Sophomore.
Lewis down the lane. Great block, Hannick.
Good job. Good basketball. I would have liked to see them drop.
Bring it
Just
out a
bring
little
it
bit.
out. Yep.
Dribble drive. Lake Washington. Got a
Yep.
foul on Lewis.
Gotta attack. Keep attacking.
Foul on Lewis.
Still
That is her
doable. 3
third.
minutes is a long time.
A
You
long
can get
time.
some stops and get some buckets.
First shot up and good by number 15, Jolie Sim. 52-41. Garfield in the lead. Second shot up and good by Sim. 52-52, 10-point game. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. Little pressure in the backcourt.
Got the speed.
Ball movement. Jackson from behind the backboard and gets fouled.
Yeah, but here's
We got a foul on.
Here's
We
the
got
thing
an
we're
offensive
talking
foul.
about, though. We don't need that basket right
No.
there. They didn't need it. I mean, they were open, but kick that thing back out. Let that clock run a little bit. Because if teams can score with the clock not running, that's
in their event.
That's a coach's dream.
Yes. Simmons is probably kind of going to pull Miss Jackson over and say, that's not the one we needed right there. I need to talk to you. And then also going with Nevaeh. A little defense.
Yes. Get the veteran out there.
Not that Jackson doesn't play defense.
Right.
But some more on-ball pressure. And you get a missed free throw. Faisal bringing the ball up against some extended pressure by Lake Washington. Ball reversal back to Faisal. Nice. Possession here.
There you go. Garfield needs to bring it out. Offensive rebound has killed the Kings all night, though.
And Faisal attack. Good drop to Lewis. And foul from behind. Been nice to see that one go in.
Yes.
For that and one.
And that's an unselfish play.
Yes.
Because very much so with Faisal's skill set, she could lay that out. Okay. She gave it to the baby because that's that trust. That's that bond, right? Offensive rebounds has been a nightmare for the Kings all game.
Lewis misses the first one. Still a 10-point game with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the WIAA 3A state championship game. Lewis second shot up and good. 53-42, Lady Bulldogs. Full court pressure by Garfield.
Every time there's a foul, somebody's going to the free throw line.
Timeout, Lake Washington.
Yes.
So my story, just so folks know, we were at meeting, and I think you hit me for like 3 straight. And some guy on my team said, "You letting that girl burn you up like that?" And you leaned into me and you said, "Tell him to switch. Tell him to switch." And I went over to him and said, "I don't think you know who that is. That ain't a girl. That's a hooper. She will burn you up." I think you went for like 8 in a row after that. We never saw him at meeting ever again.
He pulled his own card. Because we don't pull our cards. We be like, we see you next week, right?
Do you know who that is? Yeah, he never came back.
Oh, my goodness.
I let my JV team play our girls varsity this year. And I had the little freshman girl that got MVP of our division, defensive player of our division, and first team of our division. And first 2 plays of the game, she took the ball from 2 kids. First 2 plays, just took it and went and scored. Timeout. Tavar knew exactly what I was going to say. Them ain't girls, them is hoopers.
Them is hoopers.
And if you don't play hoopers the way hoopers are supposed to be played, they're going to embarrass you.
Yeah, we've come a long way. The game has evolved. I'm just grateful I was a part of the beginning in our area where to be witnessing this moment right here for all girls on the court.
Yes. Lake Washington with the ball in the corner. Garfield pressures come up. And got a bucket by Hanny. She got the bucket to go. A little pressure in the backcourt.
Hanny's giving everything
she's got.
Oh, yep.
Turnover.
Read it well.
Turnover. Lake Washington, a little travel there.
Yep.
Once again, playing at the speed that you don't want to play.
Not only that, Garfield turned it over and they sprint it back.
Yes, to force that turnover. Yes.
It's just been amazing to watch how they use their speed.
Lake Washington will give you the skip pass over the top on this pressure here. Yes, Faisal asking for the ball. It's the pick.
And she doesn't pick up her dribble either.
No,
she keeps her dribble
yes.
until she finds
what she wants. Good look down low. Bucket, EB for 2.
Well,
55-44.
They ran the clock too.
11-point game.
Minutes off the clock.
1:28 remaining in the game. Garfield up. 11. Lake Washington looking for buckets. Dribble drive down the lane. Missed opportunity there. Garfield with the ball. Faisal will slow it down and go by the pressure for a scoop. Layup. Bucket.
Closing the door.
Faisal.
Bulldogs trying to close the door out on this one.
57-44. Lady Bulldogs knocking on history's door.
On history's
Faisal
door.
has the ball with 53. I just got a tingle when I said that
you know
myself.
what? Look,
I got a tingle.
Look at them dogs
I got
over
a
there.
tingle
Look
when
at them
I said
dogs
that.
over there. Them fans over there. They're starting to feel the moment. They're starting to feel the moment.
Coach Simmons takes a timeout to get the starters a blow or maybe even take some of them out. The crowd is going crazy. We watching history.
We are watching history.
I have seen history twice in this type of
Arena right here?
environment. Yes. I saw the boys and girls. I've seen it 3 times now. I've seen the boys and girls do it when you played.
In 80.
Yes. And then, I just
2020.
saw it. Yes. And now I'm seeing
And now
3.
you're seeing a three-peat.
Wow.
Which, you know what? We kind of saw it coming, but you never know because you have to have a lot of luck. Things got to go in your favor. You're going to have to get some breaks along the way.
Resilient with the stuff that happens
with
to you.
all the teams. Anything in life can happen.
Yes.
And to watch this particular team right here, it just makes my heart is like, it's full. And with the potential tonight.
And look who's on the floor to end the game.
With the potential tonight, the men Bulldogs might have an opportunity to do that. Hey.
Yeah, could be history again.
Lord have mercy.
The youngsters in the game, they're gonna just play as hard.
Just play hard.
Yes.
Just play hard. That's all.
I got on the floor on the 3-peat game.
Yes.
Good rebound. So the Lady Bulldogs have taken the starters out. It is 34.5 seconds remaining in the game.
Let the babies in. Let them touch the hardwood.
With the Malia in the game with them to kind of guide them.
Yeah. Look. What a story.
And Malia's going to tell them, man, no fouls.
What a story.
Keep this clock running.
What a story.
Shot up Lake Washington for 3.
Yeah.
A little bit too late. Garfield gets the ball in. Move the ball. If I get fouled, I'm going to the free throw line.
Well.
Handing again for another 3. Air ball. Rebound 4. Bucket. Timeout.
They're going to
Lake
pressure.
Washington going to take
Might have to
timeout.
put a ball handler up in there. Maybe. But 13 seconds, you got to do a lot of stuff to get
a lot of stuff with 13.
To get nine buckets. Yeah. We are witnessing history, y'all. Those of you that were not here that love young women's basketball, you missed something. The Kings brought everything they had.
Yes.
Hats off to them. You know, bearing a miracle, Garfield is going to 3-peat here in the Tacoma Dome in Tacoma, Washington.
And they won't look at it this way, but that is still something that's historical for them. Look, I played against a team that won 3 in a row.
Yes.
I played against the team twice. Some of them got to play last year's championship game. So, hey, that's history.
And I made them dogs earn it, too.
Yes.
You knew I was in the fight.
Each time.
And, hey, you know, it's going to take a while for that to all marinate because when you're in this moment, there's only one winner.
Ball in play. Garfield has the ball. Foul Lake Washington. Kamaya Bryant will be going to the line, shooting 2. 57-49.
And Malia
Lady
ain't
Bulldogs.
quite ready. We know she ain't healthy
Right.
enough, right? But for her to be on the floor, because last year, in the previous 2 years, monster. She been getting buckets since she was like 2.
Bryant with the first one, up and good.
Good job. Good job.
Bryant for her second shot. Shot up and it rolls off. Ball will stay with the Lady Bulldogs. Coach Simmons, Coach Smiley over there barking, telling everybody where to go.
Yes.
10.8 left. Malia Samuels will roll the ball in. Down low. Good pass out. Malia with the ball, looking to score. Don't get hurt.
Yeah.
And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. You have witnessed history. It's fitting that the Lady Bulldogs win their 3rd championship in a row, 3-peat. And to go to the sideline to watch them, on the side to watch them, and applaud them. Lady Bulldogs, 58. Lady Canes, 49.
You know, truth of the matter is, I want to applaud the Washington Kangaroos because they played hard as well. We want to give them big props, but we certainly want to say, go Dogs. Great job.
State of Washington, you have a three-peat defending champion. The Garfield Lady Bulldogs have three-peated here. We've watched history. And Joyce, one good thing, Lake Washington should be proud of their season. They're being very classy. Nobody has sat down. Nobody has. Yes, they deserve
Great job,
a great
Lady
hand.
Kings.
They deserve a great hand.
Yes. Great job. Job well done. And they got some youngins.
Yes, they'll be
and
back.
They're going to continue to build.
They'll be back.
Continue to build.
They will be back.
That's what you're talking about. Continue to build.
Great job. Great job. Next up, you might not be able to hear us because it's going to get loud in here.
It's going to get real loud.
The Lady Bulldogs.
The championship. We're going to try to grab a player or two, or maybe try to grab Coach if we can.
The Lady Bulldogs will be introduced as the three-peat
Great job,
champions.
ladies. I need to say, young ladies basketball in Washington is in good hands. But it's been in good hands for a long, long time. That's what's important right there.
So as you can hear, as you can see, if you're watching online, the Lady Bulldogs are on their way to center court to receive the golden ball. It was in the house. They just had to bring it with them. And they brought it with them. They're going to take it back home with them again.
That's a great thing.
That's the most. That's
you know what's
jumping
beautiful?
down.
This is beautiful about this. Them is two dogs coaching them Lady Bulldogs.
Yes.
Come on
Yes.
now.
That's what it's
Craig
supposed to be.
Jackson.
That's it.
Them is dogs.
Yes.
That's it. I'll step up. I'll do it.
Yes.
I'll be
Great
a part
job.
of.
Great
Oh my
job.
goodness. And balance scoring.
Balance scoring. Balance scoring.
Beautiful thing. Can't be more proud. Can't be more proud. Just a proud moment all together.
See if I can grab Coach for you, Coach.
Hey, Craig, go grab. Yeah, go grab. Hello there. Joyce Walker. Pleasure. Pleasure. Pleasure, Gally.
Shake me, brother.
Does this one feel a little bit more special being senior?
It does. I think this is really the best way to go out. I think. I mean, winning state champion. Yeah, I mean, we knew when we played that big support. So, I mean, we knew if we just
What are you two? Yeah. They're gonna have to have somebody put these on you so you can hear. Don't put that down.
My, baby Bulldogs.
Appreciate it.
Nephew.
T.
Great job. How does this moment feel as the year started one way and you just kept plowing through?
Yeah.
Talk about what this means to you, your community, and especially your girls.
This is special because the girls were left for dead, so to speak. We didn't have a coach coming in the tryouts. So 8-10 days before tryouts, we didn't have a coach. Me and Trey sat down, said, we're going to give back because that's the community we come from. We come from giving back. This is extra special. You know, this is their third time here, their third time winning, making history.
This is history.
This is history. It's a special group, and we're already looking forward to next year.
We are so proud. We are so proud. I watched throughout moments of this season, and I saw the girls. They never wavered.
No.
What was that? That's that bulldog thing, right?
Yeah.
That you can't explain. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I know what that is.
Well, you got 5 returners coming back from 2 championships, so that goes a long way. And then, you know, being at Garfield, we're about the gold balls, and that's our motivation from day 1 to day 25 to day 45 to right now. So we want to be here on the last day of high school basketball each and every year, and these ladies have done it 3 times in a row.
We're so proud of you. I know your story.
Yeah.
You know my story.
Yeah.
We know the community story. And this one right here just builds on the story. But this is something kind of extra special because this is 3 of them. And so we salute.
I got a daughter that just won just now as a freshman, and I got a son that's going to do it. He gets his opportunity next. And I won mine. I won mine in '98 as a sophomore, and my son's in the championship game as a sophomore.
See, job well done.
Yeah.
We love you, Coach.
Yeah. Love you more.
More success.
Love you more.
See you around. See you at the next one.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Trey.
History. History.
Oh, yeah.
Fix that.
Yeah, you got to
Fix that.
Some work on it.
History. We watched history be made. Got Trey Simmons coming in a second, and Katie Fizo. This is the one. This is the kind that don't have to wait to sink in. It sinks in right now.
Automatically.
Immediately.
Automatically. It's one of those. And you know what? And it quietly gained its own momentum, right? Look, the last time we were here, or the previous time, we went into COVID.
Yes.
They won the championship and they shut the whole town down, right?
Let me see if I can grab her.
It's Fizo.
Real quick. You might want to let her have King 5.
Miss Bulldog.
Hello.
Salute. Great job. We couldn't be more proud of you. We watched your journey. You came in as a rook. Look, believing you could, and you're still doing it. What is this moment? This is a time that you'll never forget in your life. What does 3 mean to you?
It's an amazing experience. Embracing this moment, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And just to do it with this team, with the coaches, and myself, it's amazing. I'm truly blessed right now, truly blessed.
You are indeed. Talk about your teammates, though. Talk about Coach Simmons.
Coach, he's an amazing coach. He's stepping up into that big role, having to, redeem ourselves after everything that happened, and just stepping into a big role. Last year, we won state, and he did an amazing job this year, and I'm so happy for him. I'm so proud of him.
I'm so proud of you. I just want you to know that. Sky's the limit. The way you led this team, what I watched with you is that it wasn't all about getting buckets. What it was about was making sure I make the right play. I watched you make the right play time and time again. Where'd you learn that? I know it's in your DNA, and I know you got an older sister, but where's that come from?
Well, the confidence I have comes from the Lord. I'm a very strong believer, and my confidence comes from the Lord, and just the hard work I put in through everything, like all the late nights, early mornings. That's the dream, man. Like that's it, man.
That's the dream. I know it's like to be on the mountaintop. You know what? You represent your community. You represent us well, but your family. We can't wait to see what's around the horizon for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fizo.
Thank you.
We love you. We love you. Yeah. That's the moment. That's the moment right there. All right, I'm gonna get out the way. I did my job. You do train.
Great things. History, folks. Right here in the Tacoma Dome, Garfield Lady Bulldogs pull off the three-peat, first ever in the state of Washington. You just heard Joyce Walker, Garfield legend, talking to Katie Fizo, the Garfield new legend, talking to the old legend. Now I got cool Luke right here in front of me, Trey Simmons. Congratulations, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Great job. Tell me, man, you give us all some wisdom. I think your whole personality fed off on those young ladies.
Yeah.
You're so cool, you're so calm, and they just played hard.
Yep.
Was that and that was how you walked into the situation this year too, huh?
Yep. I just, like I was just telling them guys, it's even kill with us.
Right.
Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Basketball is a game of runs.
Exactly.
They went on their run, we're going ours.
Exactly.
Right? So just be cool. Be cool like your coach.
How does it feel to be part of history? 3 times. You're part of that. And it's never been done in this state.
It really hasn't synced all the way in yet, but I think, tonight it'll sink in.
Okay. And then now you got to go get ready to coach another game.
5 o'clock, baby.
Come on. Look, man, I just want to tip my hat to you.
Appreciate it.
Respect you. You're doing a great thing, doing great things in our community. Just keep doing what you do, man. I'm proud of you. I watched you. I coached against you and know about you. So, I think it's in great hands coming on. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
And good luck at 5.
Yep.
Great luck at 5.
Thank you.
Trey Simmons, head girls coach, Garfield High School, history-making Garfield Girls High School program. 3-peat right here in Seattle, Washington. Well, we're going to get ready as they do their last celebrations and take pictures. We want to get ready for the boys' game. They're going to get nets up, get ready to go here. And Coach Simmons is going to have to go in the back and be ready to coach another game for the Garfield boys who are going to come in and play all day for the boys' championship. Make sure we'll have that ready for you. Keep it tuned right here to Rainier Avenue Radio. Boys, 3A state championship coming up soon.